my channel. My name is Brea Weeks, and this channel is all about learning creative writing, learning all the different realms, everything that goes into it, and learning how to make it your own and finding your own voice. So let's get started. This is the introduction video, so I'm just gonna tell you a bit, something about me, when I first started loving creative writing, what I've done to really just dig into that world. So I first started loving creative writing when I was in middle school. I just liked making little short stories about my dog or really anything. And then when I was 12, I started writing a book, and I still have it today. I finished it, but I'm editing a lot because I started it when I was 12, but love the idea behind it, so that's why I'm continuing it. And I'm also writing another book. So yeah, I started loving creative writing in middle school, I would say. Always wanted to be a writer. And so when I went into high school, I was president of the creative writing club for some time. What I would do there is I would basically just make a bunch of activities for kids in my high school to do with writing. One time I had them pick out objects out of a little bag, and they'd pick out three, and then they'd have to create a story focusing on those three objects. So that was really fun. I love doing that. I'm going to implement those sort of games in my YouTube channel, but obviously I can't be there physically, so they'll be online or just, little writing exercises I think that are fun and inspire. So yeah, and then I went to the School of the New York Times Summer Academy when I was a sophomore in high school, and I studied creative writing there for 2 weeks, and that's when I got a tour of NYU, and that's where I'm at now. So I'm at the NYU Gallatin School of Individualized Study, and this school I love it because I basically get to make my own major, and I get to truly use every class I take and apply it to my future. So I'm studying creative writing and marketing. Um, I think I really think what makes me love creative writing so much is you can just imagine and you can put that on paper. And I think it shows every kid how they can create a world. And to me, that was mind blowing as a kid. Like, it was just like, wow, I've imagined this whole world, and I put it on paper, and other people can read it and imagine it. So I just want to make sure everybody watching my YouTube channel, if you're, you know, a middle schooler that their mom showed this channel to you and you're just watching it, or even if you're just somebody out there who's wanting to learn more about creative writing, I want to show you all that you can all have a voice and you all have such an imagination that can be embraced. And I want to help you guys do that. So yeah, so my YouTube channel, each video will be considered a lesson as of right now, and um, the lesson after this is just going to be creative writing basics. I'm going to target my learning, like my way of teaching, towards middle schoolers, but I also think middle schoolers are capable of a lot more than we think. At least when I was in middle school, I would have loved to be taught even more about creative writing. So I'm going to go slow, but I'm going to definitely, you know, have fun with it and make sure you guys can, be exposed to all sorts of different realms of creative writing. Um, an example of this would be like a voice, like your voice in writing. So oh my gosh, I'm still learning to find my voice today, but I think I've learned so much about how to acquire it, how to learn, and how to really think about what your voice is in creative writing, what sentences you like to write, what, adjectives you like to use, how you like to describe things. That's also one of the topics that I personally think is important to teach too. So I'll have a video on that. And of course, a video on characters, plot, setting, um, descriptions, basically just everything that goes into it. And then I'll have some videos that are a bit more detail oriented, like a video about the five senses, and we'll just really dive into it, how you can use it, where it's important. And then my personal favorite, like, subtopic of creative writing is characters. I think characters I've just always been amazed at how we can write characters and how we can make them people in our own minds. Um, And my philosophy on it is basically a philosophy by E.L. Doctorow. He used to teach creative writing at NYU. He's passed away now, but he's written many books such as Ragtime. And he, in an interview, said that he kind of considers himself a vessel that the characters just come through and go on paper. And I just always love that, because sometimes I've been writing and it's like, oh, this character is turning out like a bad character. I thought, they would be a good one. So I think it's really important that for me to express that kind of way of thinking about creative writing. And also, I think structure for short stories or novels is great. Organization is amazing. And I will present, the whole rising action, falling action diagram. But I also want to express to everybody that your writing is what you make it to be and what you want it to be. And if you're stuck, you can use my writing exercises, you can use examples, you can use those structures. But if you just want to write and you feel like there is no structure for it, and as long as it's like organized and concise, and we'll get there through editing, but that's amazing too. And so many successful writers write like that. And this may be eccentric to some people, but I just think writing is its own world, and we get to be a part of it and also make it. And so I think we should never hold ourselves back, because even if we do a little experimenting, we could see like, oh, wait, I could put this in this type of structure. So, for example, Hemingway, right? He was famously known for, of course, all his famous books, but for writing those sentences that were, run on sentences that would, go on over a page. And so that's eccentric, right? But that was part of his voice. And so I'm going to also reference authors like that and just show, your writing style is so amazing and unique because it's unique to you. So, yeah, that's basically what this channel is going to be about. I'm also going to have a Google feedback. I'm blanking on the name, but where you can send me like basically comments or recommendations or questions that you have about my YouTube channel, about how I'm teaching it. So it's a Google form, that's the name. But yeah, I'll just have that up in the bio, so you can always send me Google form notes and say, hey, do you mind diving a bit deeper here? Or can you make a video about this? Or my kid really likes it when you do this. Or of course you can comment that, but if you want it more directly and um, like I might see it faster, I'm gonna have that Google form all up and ready. So thank you guys so much. I'm excited to get going.